Hello, friends. Welcome to our today's session. If you're one of those people who keep wondering what exactly is the meaning of soft skills, then you've come to the right place. Let us demystify soft skills for you today. So, let's first start with understanding what exactly is the meaning of this term soft skills. If we put it in the most basic form, you will see that three skills come together to form soft skills. First is your interpersonal skills, second is your intrapersonal skills, and third is your emotional intelligence quotients. Now, let's spend a little time on each of them to understand the meaning of each of these elements. The first, interpersonal skills, which are also known as people skills, social skills, or social intelligence, refer to the list of skills which are required when we are dealing with people other than ourselves. Few of the key interpersonal skills are effective communication, that is, your ability to make sure that you communicate what you mean to your audience and they also understand it in the same fashion. It's not just about simply command over a particular language. Another key element in the list of interpersonal skills is your ability to manage the time available to you in the most effective fashion, and your organization skills, which will not only ensure that you manage time well, but also will make sure that you get done things which are most important for you. Another key skill that comes when we are talking of interpersonal skills is your ability to work within a team. Then the etiquette part of it, where we are not just talking about social etiquette but business etiquettes as well. Etiquette is a set of norms, or you can say do's and don'ts for a given situation. Just having the awareness of it will not suffice. You'll also have to put the same thing to practice. Then your ability to lead effectively is another important interpersonal skill that we'll talk about. Now, coming to leadership, it's again not one particular skill, but a cluster of skills that we are talking about, which you need in order to make sure that people whom you're leading are happy, satisfied, and willingly pursuing your lead. Next, what comes in the list is your ability to resolve a situation which is conflicting in nature. How will you do that? How good you are in persuading others, convincing them to probably your ideas. Then, how approachable you are, how confident and comfortable people feel if they have to come and share their ideas or their concerns with you. And finally, how good you are when it comes to dealing with people who are not so easygoing. All these skills put together will form your interpersonal skills. Now, coming to your intrapersonal skills, these are the skills which will help you do better for yourself. These are the lists which will also help you manage your emotions or deal with any problems, challenges, and also help you learning better. Now let's look at some of the key intrapersonal skills. The first one is decision making. What is your process? How do you go about making a decision when you are in a position of dilemma? How well internally motivated you are. It's not at this moment about motivating others, but your self motivation. What motivates you as an individual? How self disciplined you are. How optimistic, positive to you. How how positive or optimistic you are. How good you are at managing a stressful situation. How do you go about solving a problem? And finally, how do you deal with your problems? Do you just look at them as problems, or do you have an approach to solving them? Now let's move on to the emotional IQ part. Emotional IQ is the ability where you identify your own emotions, evaluate the impact that it will have on you, your circumstances, or people around you, and also to control these emotions so that you can control the outcome. Again, there are three elements to emotional IQ. The first one is self-awareness, where we say that we understand and we sense our own emotions and what will be the impact of them. The second part is self-management, where we say that in case we think that emotions can run out of control, it can have undesirable effects, then we control them. And the third part is social awareness, where we are talking about not just self, but we are talking about people around us, that we sense and understand their emotion and see how we can help them manage them better, or how we can react positively to these emotions to make sure that the situation around us remains desirable. Arise that why are soft skills so important? You will realize that there are a lot of people around you who are very smart, who are very intelligent, but not necessarily kind or not necessarily likable, right? It's as simple as that, that just because you're smart doesn't mean you're nice. Let's look at this picture. What comes to your mind when you look at this donkey? Take a moment, think about it. In all probability, the first few remarks would be lazy, non-glamorous, stupid, boring, one of the worst animals, right? Whereas the fact is that donkeys are one of the most hardworking animals and probably very loyal and friendly too. But what is our attitude about them? Like this donkey, most of the time when we look at others, we assume the worst and discount the good and positive aspects. So probably we need to work on them. Why do we need to keep assuming the negative and the worst in people? But on the other hand, if we work on our soft skills, if we develop our interpersonal skills, intrapersonal skills, and we also hone our emotional intelligence, we will realize that soft skills are not just skills which you'll need at your workplace, but more of life skills, right? So keep working on them. And next session, we'll look at the top 10 soft skills in business world in today's date. Thank you so much for listening and hope to see you soon. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.